welcome to my Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick, and yes, I've made it to an early show at 11 o'clock, as advertised. Here finishing up, rolling my joint. Um, that's why if you guys see the clock starts like around 3 minutes, like the countdown clock, that means I'm running a few minutes late, but I'm rolling a joint. And that's what it usually means. So if you do see that 3 minutes, it's like, oh boy, Rick is rolling a joint. Just to give you guys a little heads up on that. Because I didn't have it ready. I made myself some breakfast and I didn't roll my joint, but I did it. I have it ready for today's show. Well, I just rolled up one. I'll light up my candles here. I have a few candles to light up. Let's go ahead and turn on the camera. Say what's up to Angel. What's up, Angel? Good morning and happy Friday to you too. Love you too, man. So let's go ahead and light up some of the candles here. I'm just gonna light up these two for right now because this is a little bright in here. Let me like that. I'll make this one. Light up the show's candle. This is our Patron for Rumble, because I am live on Rumble. So let's turn on the Rumble candle. And then I'm gonna burn some sage, some Palo Santo, and some bay leaves to clean the energy. I do that. Try to do it before the show, every show from now on. It's just to bring positive energy to the area. You know what? Let me turn on this little candle here. So we're gonna first start off with burning our sage. Light it up. We're gonna smudge ourselves with sage to clean our area. Not only my area, but your area too. If you have sage yourself, it's a good time to smudge with me. Let's go ahead and smudge the area. And it's just to cleanse our area, to bring positive energy to our area. And not only my area, but yours too. Pass around the desk, on the computer, the microphone, and myself. We'll go ahead and put this to the side. It'll turn off on its own. It'll burn itself out. Let's go ahead and get the Palo Santo. Okay. Go ahead and clean our area. The Palo Santo. Clear my desk here. And not only my desk, not only my area, but also your area too. Let's clear out the laptop and microphone. And of course, myself. Okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. Let's go ahead and let that turn off on its own. Put the bay leaves. I'm gonna get this big bay leaf. It has a bunch in there. It's about 6 bay leaves in that little branch. So we're gonna go ahead and burn that. Make sure this is off, which is still on. It's still simmering. Still doing a little burn. We'll wait for that to turn itself out before we burn the bay leaves. Take this minute to concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on any questions you want to ask me today. Just give this moment to concentrate. And put our sage and our Palo Santos on the edge of the table, so that way, if it's still burning, it'll burn itself out. And never put away your sage or Palo Santo, not really knowing, don't put it away right away, because it can still be on internally, and you don't want to cause or have your place catch on fire. So safety first. Make sure it's completely off before putting it away. We're going to go ahead and burn some bay leaves. It's a lot of bay leaves. It's 6 bay leaves. It's on this one branch. And there's a stack of bay leaves here. So I'm just going to break some apart from it so I can fit in the cauldron. Okay, so let's go ahead and light this up. You'll see a nice fire from the back of the amethyst here. So you're going to see a little flame here in a moment. So let me get the torch. Light it up. I can move this out the way for a second. So you guys can see the fire. Just let it simmer there for a little bit. And bring the amethyst back. All right, let's get the show started. Of course, we got to light up our joint. So for those who are smokers, marijuana smokers, I don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke them. Don't need them. Too expensive. Cigarettes are so expensive. And yet they kill people. It's just weird. Yeah, I read an article too about alcohol. We'll talk about that also. How there's been an increase in alcohol consumption, and the death toll is starting to climb up with those alcohol drinkers. Go ahead. My grandfather was an alcoholic, so and both of my grandfathers were alcoholics. Go figure. And they died because of their alcoholism. I call it alcoholism, but it kind of was the downfall of their lifespan. They didn't live out full lives because of it. I myself am not an alcohol drinker. I don't drink alcohol. Um, Once in a blue moon, I may have a drink, and that's very rare for me, but very, very rare. I take medications, so I cannot be drinking alcohol. I don't remember the last time I had alcohol. That's how far back like I have not drank. Um, and I don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes these days are over 12, $13 a pack, and people smoke packs daily. It gets crazy how people can smoke a whole pack a day and be able to afford smoking a pack a day for a week. If you do the math, that's over close to, I want to say, what, $80, 80, around $84 a week. Multiply that by four. Actually, that's per month, but you can multiply that by 52 weeks at $13. And that's minimum $13 because there's places that it's like $14, $15 a pack of cigarettes. So, and there's places that are cheaper. They could get it for $10. But I'm going with the average of 13, somewhere in the middle. And if you do the math, which I have my calculator here, I can do that real quick. Let's see what's going on here. 52 weeks, multiply that by $13. That's $676. But that's not the right number. That's not right. It's 80. Let's say, let's do it right. Let's say $13. Let's multiply that by 7 days equals $91. Holy shit. $91. I was doing 84. It's 91. Okay. Now you multiply that by 52 weeks of the year. That's $4,732 you're wasting on cigarettes. If that's a person smoking a pack a day and smoking every day a pack for 365 days, 52 weeks of the year, they're spending on average $4,732 on cigarettes. You know how that's so much money you could be saving? That's sick. That's a vacation right there. That's a couple of vacations. Shit, I could take good like 4 vacations with 4,700. I could have nice vacations too. It's not like it would be, 1,000, maybe average 1,200 per vacation. It's incredible. It's incredible how people don't do the math. Even if you're a part-time smoker and you smoke maybe 2 packs a week, you know, it still adds up. It still adds up. Like you're spending thousands on cigarettes that it's not really benefiting you at all. It's just giving you that it's a poison and it infiltrates your mind. It infiltrates your abilities, and it gives you that urge, that craving that I have to have it. In reality, you don't. There's other things you can have besides a cigarette. And liquor is the same. It's the same boat. I mean, you drink too much, it could kill you. You drink in moderations, it could still kill you, but moderately. And if you don't drink, you have a better chance of living longer and being more healthier, and like less things can happen. Um, and I'm not telling people to quit. I'm not telling people to stop, but I'm telling people to moderate yourself and like watch yourself. Don't let a cigarette control your life. Don't let a drink kill your life. Just be careful in what you do. Stacy, how you doing? Oh my goodness, it's a long time since I've I had you on here. I came on early today, so I may get a lot of familiar faces from the UK. I wonder how your daughter is. Think I forgot? I don't think so. Um, I'm glad to come on a little bit earlier because I do get a lot of individuals from the UK and from Europe and throughout the world. I know I'm early on the West Coast, but not too early. The West Coast are starting to wake up. It's about 8:19 over there, so they're working on their coffee. They're working on their coffee to get themselves stimulated and get ready for the day. Um, Here on the East Coast is already 11:19, and it's a beautiful day here in Connecticut. Um, I tend to just look outside. No clouds in the sky, blue sky, beautiful day. We're supposed to be in the 70s today. So actually low 70s. We're supposed to be at 70. Our temperature is supposed to be at 70 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius. Because I wasn't raised with Celsius. Maybe if I was in Europe, then I'll be more like, okay, this is what it is Celsius. But I never understood why there's always like so much different systems to distinguish, different things like the temperature. You have Celsius and Fahrenheit. It's like political parties. Is you have the left or the right? There's always some kind of option, and it's all the same shit. It's like there is no left, there's no right. We're all humans. We're all one. We're all one, and yet they want to build this imaginary battlefield between the left and the right, the red and the blue. Yeah, I was wearing blue yesterday. Now I'm wearing red. I'm in the middle. Um, I lean more towards the red because of how the blue is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. They are. It's a nice color too. Blue is a beautiful color, And we were talking about colors. I love red. Red is my favorite color. So my second favorite color would have to be like aqua. I love aqua. I love that ocean aqua marine color. It's so beautiful. Um, yeah, if you want to come on and discuss and talk about your favorite colors, you're more than welcome to. I am live on Rumble and YouTube. We'll go ahead and put out the invite on YouTube so you guys could come and join. And I also will throw a bone. Actually, I will throw a link over to Rumble. Let me just open up my Rumble here. Let's go over to my live stream. Here it is. Just come over here. See if I'm live. I am live on Rumble. I got someone watching me on Rumble. Someone's always watching me. I think I know who it is too. So let me put this out here on Rumble. So if anyone wants to join the show from Rumble, they're able to. And if Stacy or Angel, if you want to come on in, should be coming shortly. Not sure what he's doing. I didn't really give him a heads up. I did say I told everybody I was going to come on at 11 a.m. and I was sticking to it. I wasn't going to be late or miss out on it. I'm trying to be the man of my word. If I say something, I do it. But yeah, I'll just send out a couple of messages. And we'll go ahead and clear this out. Go ahead and close out Zoom because I use Zoom also to send out some messages. So if you don't have Zoom, it's probably a good place to communicate. If you want to communicate, I trust Zoom more than I do WhatsApp. I do. WhatsApp, I do not trust. There's something about it. I just don't trust it. Doesn't sit well with me. It's like Facebook or Meta or whatever they want to call themselves. That company is on a free fall. They are crashing hard. That they're losing billions and billions of advertiser money, and not only that, but their value is crashing. um, I never trusted Facebook. If you've been on my show, I've always said it from the very beginning. I do not trust Facebook. There's something about it that it's worse than YouTube. The censorship is way beyond extreme on Facebook. I decided a very long time ago to not even like I have a Facebook account, but I'm at the point right now that I'm gonna delete my account from Facebook. And I might delete it today because I just don't trust them. I don't trust them selling my information behind my back. Um, I believe in free speech. I believe we all need to be heard. If we have a voice, we have a mind, and we have a heart, I mean, we should share that. We should share what's in our heart, what's in our mind, voice it out. I got goosebumps saying it. Strong goosebumps. Holy moly, like really strong. Um, Listen to yourself. You have an inner voice. Everybody has an inner voice. Not many people are watching, not many people are listening, but I tell you right now, those who come back and rewatch, I hope you hear this message. Listen to your inner voice. You have that. Everyone has it. It's like tune into it. Listen to yourself. Yourself is going to tell you and guide you. With that said, let's bring in my buddy, buddy of mine, Angel.
Hey,
Angel. Hey, you
happy
wearing red
birthday.
too. You're
Well,
wearing red.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Yes. All right. I like that hoodie. What?
It
That's
was given to me by my next door neighbors. There, Rick.
what? They got good taste.
Um, uh,
I
and
like it.
and it also has a zipper in the middle for ease of convenience.
That is the best. I love like hoodies with zippers. I don't like the because of my injury. I don't like putting things. Oh, it's hard to be put over my head like that. It's
Like
easier.
when it's just like completely stitched together with no zipper in the middle. I have sweatshirts like that, but it's just it's kind of hard to get your body fully through when it still fits and all. And a zipped hoodie like this is more of a convenient, minus the fact that the pockets are a bit smaller
Yeah.
for convenience.
That's the trade-off. And also what I like about the zip up compared to the fully stitch is that you can regulate your temperature by, let's say if you're a little too hot, you just zip it down and you feel fresher without having to take it off. And the easy and the good part about it is it looks so cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's like you said. Too hot, you can zip it down. Too cold, zip it to warm you back up.
Yup. It's so convenient. I love zip up hoodies. I have a ton of them. Well, here living in Connecticut, I have a lot because it gets really cold out here. And Angel, because you used to live in Minnesota, so
Yeah, I know.
not to reminisce your horrible days back there. Because every single time I think about you and I think about Minnesota, I think about that one day with the bus that passed, didn't even stop by your home and just kept on going. You remember that? And then
Yeah,
you had
I
to walk,
remember that.
and then you had to walk, and it was a bitch in the snow. It was
Yeah,
like it was like 2-3 feet of snow easily, and he just trying to get home, and it's like Angel was just mad that day. But every time I think of you and Minnesota, I think of the bus and them missing your stop and you having to walk. It was just ridiculous.
yeah.
Have you ever thought about going back to Minnesota to visit?
Nah. Maybe one day I will, but as of right now, I didn't even think of like in the past year or so going back just to visit, just because I'm just trying to make things happen here in Arizona. But I may do it one of these years just for a visit there. But as of this moment, nah.
Okay. There's gonna be a day I might go to Arizona, and I'll let you know, and we'll have dinner.
All right,
I'll
cool.
make sure if I come in, I'll fly into Phoenix, and we'll go have dinner. And that's actually a promise because I will go out there, and I will want to go to a sporting event. It'll be really cool to go to a sporting event and hang out for a few days out there. And every day that I'm out there, I would like for you to hang out with me. So I think it'll be really fun and cool. So I'm gonna put that in my bucket list because I've been to Phoenix before. I've been to Phoenix in the summertime, and holy moly, it was hot, like super hot, hot like 120.
Wow, I couldn't imagine how you were feeling, but if you came during the summer, yeah, that's the hottest time of the year here. I always suggest people that may want to visit Arizona to come during the seasons of fall, winter, or spring,
Yeah,
because here during the winter months is even though
reasonable.
it's warmer, it's not as cold as Connecticut or Minnesota there, and the temperatures here during the winter are usually in the 70s and 80s kind of temps, to where it's warm, but it's not in the 120s like it was when
Oh,
you came one year.
dude, I went out there for training, and it was it was hell week. It was real hell, and so many rattlesnakes in the bushes. I was like, they warned us. They told us don't sit by bushes or near bushes because there will be rattlesnakes under the bushes trying to stay away from the heat, and they can bite you and kill your ass. I was like, what? Wait a minute. What am I doing here? This is not safe. This is not good. And we had to sleep out there too. Was very interesting because it got really cool at night in the desert. It was like really cool. And I was like, oh boy, you got to be careful because your body heat is warm and snakes love the body heat. They could sense it, they could see it. They kind of use that like that predator, you know, infrared, and they could feel body heat. So they told us to be careful with our sleeping bags, make sure we're fully zipped and covered so no snakes could come in. It was wild. It was wild times. And the best part, I remember going to a reservation. It was an Indian um, casino. It was an Indian casino. I went out there and I won. I actually did good. I was like, because I look kind of native too, because of my skin tone and the way I looked. I actually look like an Indian back in that time. And I can actually show you guys a picture. You guys will go crazy of how I used to look. You see me now, and I'll show you guys a picture of how I used to look. Hold on, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to the world so they could see how how I was. It was training, doing a lot of training, doing I was something. All right. Give me one sec. Let me see if I can find it. Because I have it. I have the picture. It was right before I went training too. Right before I went to Arizona. Um, this is how I used to look. People don't go crazy. No, don't drop any dollars. It's okay. I don't, I don't need people to go wild over my picture and how I
Uh,
look at that time. But let's gonna put the camera here and I can show you guys what I look like. It's a 100%, but that's me. That was the time I was in the military, and yeah, you can see it's a lot different than I look now.
wow, you do look a lot different there, Rick.
Kind of
But
look like the baby rock.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, with the arms, I was very muscular, very muscular. With my chest, my traps, my neck, my shoulders. I was, yeah. But that's what happens when you get into a major accident and your life changes and flips you upside down, but you're still alive and you're still able to do what you do. And so what I do is my psychic abilities. That was a different time in my life. And it was a good time in my life. It was let me change the camera.
That's
Um,
cool.
it was very cool times. It was different. Um, I was very muscular. I was like the baby rock. It was so cool. But I missed. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did miss Phoenix because I really enjoyed it. The houses were different. They were so low, and then they were kind of like the same color. And there was a lot of cactuses everywhere. No grass. There was just rocks everywhere. Everyone's lawn was rocks.
but
And
But it also kind of depends on what part of Arizona you come, because like downtown Phoenix, there
downtown,
has a whole bunch of apartments mainly, and
yeah, that was.
where I'm at, there's a bunch of houses
Mhm.
where I live, which is one of the houses that I own in the area there, Rick. But for me, I've always have been suggested, even before coming to Arizona in 2019, that I should look into getting a house. Now, I didn't think about getting a house like I do now
Mhm.
there in the beginning, because for one, I was want to make sure I can find the proper living arrangement first off, and just don't jump onto the kind of thing that people suggested in the beginning. And so when the apartment searching first arose, and I was suggested the first apartment, which was a freaking money taker from me, as you already know, I
Mhm.
lived there for 1 year from the August of 2019 to when I moved out in July of 2020.
Mhm.
1 year later, or 12 months, and then when I was in the second apartment, which was less than half the cost of the first apartment. And then when the new year of 2021 rolled around, that's when I made the resolution to find a house. Now, why didn't I do it? Well, for one, I didn't have the credentials or the kind of stuff that a lot of people need to buy a house in the beginning. And
Mhm.
it built up really quickly. And also at the same time, the apartment building for the expensive freaking sham of an apartment that it was there. They helped me get my resume created to where it would be more applicable for me for to get a job in that kind of sort. And and so that had helped me out in terms of getting the job at the movies that I've had for over a year now. But that's beside the point. I didn't have a lot of the stuff that I would need it. And at the same time, I already had the place to live scheduled by the time I got down here in Arizona in 2019. But I
Mhm.
did not give the most expensive apartment the opportunity, which they ended up freaking like taking away from me, more like a scam to be exact. And
Mhm.
then the like the kind of property I was hoping it would be. But then once I got to the other apartment that was more convenient to my liking, even though it was all the way on like the fifth or sixth floor, which ain't no problem because I lived in apartment buildings like that before. But I just really wasn't thinking of getting a house the summer of 2020, because I was just wanting to get out of the first apartment as soon as possible. And
Mhm.
then once I started to get at ease, and like I said, when the 2021 rolled around, that's when I made the New Year's resolution to
Mhm.
get a house.
Mhm. I think I remember all this as we spoke about it. And I remember like the apartment, and then I remember the house. I mean, oh, I remember the cat. And yeah, it's I see you're more in a happy space right now. You know, you're more of a happy place and a happy space. Because you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot, and you're doing good for yourself. A lot better than Minnesota. 1,000% better than Minnesota. Um, and that's awesome, Angel. That's so cool. Yeah, and you're gonna have a lot of good things coming to you too. So that I could see more festivals, more like the activities. You know, I see more things that you're gonna be doing and having fun doing it. And you just should do it. Like, why not? Shit, have a good time, man. Enjoy life. You're
Uh,
alive, so you're alive for a reason, and enjoy the time that you're alive.
yep.
You know, if you want to go on a vacation somewhere and you have money saved up and you want to do it, do it. You know, next year, make it be the year, you know, that you're going to achieve more than this year, you know, and I see, I see you applying for a credit card. Okay. Hear me out. I see you saving that card for a vacation for you to do something to treat yourself, which you should. You should. I believe you deserve to be treated, like to treat yourself to something different and something that you're going to enjoy. Um, I think it's time to next year to explore. You know, a little bit more exploring, more taking in more. You know, and you're gonna have a good year next year. You're gonna have a much better year, which is gonna be really cool. And the fact that you're gonna be able to do it, and I see it. I could see you like going somewhere and having a great time. And you don't need to be. I used to travel on my own by myself, and I always had a great time. Shit, I remember when I went to Disney World by myself. I remember going to the four parks by myself because I didn't want to go with family. I didn't want to go with friends. I just wanted to spend by myself to see how it would feel. And man, I had a blast. I went on all the rides, single rider. I didn't have to wait long lines. I picked and choose whatever I wanted to eat without having debates with anyone about food and about the price or nothing. I just got it. I want it. I got it. You know, um, I would love to go back to Disneyland. Just cause not because of the political stuff. I throw that shit to the garbage, but it's to relive memories that I had. And I went to Disneyland and I went to the California side. So there's like two parks and I had a great time. It was so fun. Um, I never went to Knoxbury Farm. That's one I wanted to go to. I didn't get a chance to go there, and I never went to Universal Studios. So if I do go out to California, well, I probably won't do the Disneyland because I already did it. But it draws me wanting to go back to that area. I probably just will do the Universal Studios, Hollywood, and Knoxbury Farm, and go to certain areas like Santa Monica Beach, um, Muscle Beach, which is right next to each other. You can actually walk. I did it. I walked from the pier um, in Santa Monica and walked down to Muscle Beach, which was a good little walk. It wasn't close and nor it wasn't far. It was a good walk, and we got there, and it was kind of magical in a sense too, because they had tarot readers, they had like all different like magicians and like the gym, of course, with the guys working out and the girls too, and a lot of freaky stuff on that boardwalk. A lot of freaky weirdness and snakes. I'm not a fan of snakes, but they had like this one. She was like a belly dancing with a snake, and like it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared of snakes. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like snakes. I never did. I touched them before, but they creepy. They creep me out. I don't know why. Um, you put me in a pit like Indiana Jones with a bunch of snakes. I think I'll die. I'll die of fear. Not because of the snakes. Me having a heart attack and just dying right there. And the snakes are gonna just look at me like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? And I'm like, why is he scared of us? I'm just scared of snakes. Snakes, insects, depending on what insect. Um, roaches scare the crap out of me. I don't like them. I don't have any. Knock on wood, and I don't plan to. I have 2 cats, and plus I get fumigated every month, so I'm good. I don't play that. Roaches, no. Rats, no.
Not to interrupt you, Rick, but I'm not really scared of no type of insects or any type of creatures or rodents. Like I'm not scared of alligators. I'm not scared of snakes.
No,
And
alligators are not scary. I don't think so. I seen them because I lived in Florida, so I had a one time real quick. I had an alligator underneath my car. It was a small alligator. It was 3 feet, and I was going to my car, and I hear this hiss, like that, underneath my car, and I go, "What the fuck was that?" So I, with my flashlight, with my phone, I look. There's a fucking alligator underneath my car.
whoa!
I had to call 911 and then tell them, okay, I'm heading to work, but I have I don't know if this is the right number to call for this, but I think it's an emergency. I have an alligator underneath my car. The operator, she giggled. She was like, "Are you for real?" I was like, "Yes." Can you please send someone? Like, can you send an officer or someone for help? Because I need to get to work and it's a important job, and I have an alligator underneath my car. The operator was like, "Okay, we're gonna send an officer, and we're gonna get in contact with animal control to head over to your home as soon as possible." I was like, "Thank you very much. I'm just kind of scared because it hissed at me." He's like, "Just stay away from the vehicle. Stay away from the vehicle. Monitor it. You know, if it leaves, just let the officer know when he gets there that it left and so forth." Hell no! When the officer got there, he asked me, "So which vehicle is it?" I was like, "It's the red Altima." Uh, he goes, he looked underneath. He put his flashlight. He's like, "Oh hell no!" He's like, "Oh no!" He's like, he goes, you did you walk up to your car?" I go, "I was walking up to it, but I heard a hissing, and then I kind of got scared. I didn't know what it was because it was really loud. And I look underneath. It's a freaking alligator underneath my car." He's like, out of all the years that I've been working here, this is the first time I get this call. And it's so creepy. He was like, "It's so creepy." And then he actually called in through his radio. I was there with him. He's like, "Yeah, can we get an animal control here like as soon as possible? Is there, And they're like, "Yeah, we have one on the way." They're like, "Okay, just let them know that it's legit. This is a this is an alligator underneath this car." So when the animal control came, the alligator was still underneath the car. He would not want to come out, and they put it's like a hook thing, like a rope, not a rope, but it's a metal thing, like what they use for the dogs, but they use it for the alligators.
Yeah,
And
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it before.
they put it around his neck and they drug him out. And they got on top of it. They closed the mouth. They taped it up. They taped his feet, and they're like, it's 3 feet. So they weren't gonna kill him. They were gonna relocate him because he could be a possible nuisance if he's getting underneath people's cars. So they throw him. They took him out way out to the Everglades and released him out there. That's what they told me they were gonna do. So it was so early in the morning. Like, you gotta remember, it was like 5:15 in the morning. I wake up. I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready, and I walk out of my home like about like 5:10, 5:12. I'm starting to go to my car, and that's when I had to call 911. I didn't live far from the police station, so the cop got to my place in like 2 minutes. He was at my condo there in Florida. And I'll never forget his face when after he saw the gator and he looked at me, he's like, holy shit. He's like, out of all my years I worked in this apartment, I've never gotten a call like this. I know, listen, I've never had an alligator underneath my car, so this is a first for me too. He was like, no, hang tight, we're gonna get animal control here. They'll be here shortly, because they weren't far. And yeah, they got him and took him out. I was like, thank you so much, I appreciate it, you guys have a great day. I gotta get to work, I was running late because I had to open the building and stuff and do checks and a lot of things I had to do at that time at my job. But it was very interesting. That was one of my highlights of living there. And that was in Miramar, Florida. That's where I was living. That's in South Florida in Broward County. So yeah, there's a lot of alligators, snakes, scorpions I've seen. What else? All different types of bugs and lizards. The lizards were pretty cool. Those just like the iguanas. They were some were aggressive, some were okay. They were like skittish, but there were some that would chase you, and that always scared me too. Then I grew like apart from iguanas. I was like, I don't even want to deal with them. I don't want to touch them. They ran after me, and I was a little kid, and I had an iguana run after me, and I got scared. I thought it was gonna kill me. Um, and then I came across a scorpion, and I remember my mom telling me about scorpions and not to touch them or get near them. But there was a scorpion. I saw him, and it's like it was okay. There was 2 times I saw a scorpion when I was little. One was like outside of our apartment on the steps. I was climbing up the steps, and there was a scorpion in the middle of this. I don't know how the hell he climbed up to the middle of the steps. And then we were living on the first floor of this apartment, and towards the back of the apartment, because it was 4-unit apartment, and we were in the back unit, so it was inside the house. And I'm going to the kitchen, and as I go to the kitchen, I'm looking down. There's a scorpion on the kitchen floor. I screamed for my mother. She came running. She saw it. She grabbed me, pulled me to the side, and she was scared herself too. She was like, "How the f did this get in here?" It's like literally, I to this day still don't know how they got in. My mom got the broom and shoot them out like a hockey like shot, and made sure it was away from the apartment. But she did kill it, and then swatted it out of the apartment.
Well, what's good that it got like out of the apartment.
That was creepy. I would never forget that. I was literally Angel. I was about, I think I was 2 years old, 3 years old. Because how I know? Because my sister wasn't born yet. My mom was pregnant of my sister, and I remember because these are you see how these core memories. If you sometimes people forget their life, especially from baby up to now adult. But there's a portion of under 5 that people tend to forget. I remember everything, like everything from like one, even I don't know if I could say in the months, but I know from 1 and above, I remember things that happened to me uh, as a kid. And I hope everyone could like take the moment and try to think of your childhood before 5 years old and think of core memories. It's gonna take you a while to think, but it's in there. It's dusty. We gotta dust that memory. It's a core memory. And
Rick,
yeah, go ahead.
um, how long do you think you may be planning on being on here there? Because The Price is Right is going to be coming on in 5 minutes, and then after that, I have a phone call at 10:30 a.m. Here in Arizona, which would be 12:30 p.m. in Connecticut, or 1:30, I believe, right?
I'm gonna still be here. My show's gonna be on for until 3 p.m. So I'm
Which
gonna.
would be 12 then. I'll be back probably around 11. It's just these next few hours because I
Yeah.
love in my morning watching The Price is Right weekdays, Monday through Friday. It's one of my all-time favorite game shows. Even as a kid, I watched The Price is Right when I was in Minnesota every morning. And there were days when there wasn't no school or school got canceled because of like weather conditions. I would always ask my dad to turn on The Price is Right back in the Bob Barker days. But I'll be quite honest, for 15 years going on with Drew Carey, he's done a pretty good job at hosting The Price is Right and bringing the show to where it is at now for him hosting 15 years now there.
What was one of my favorite game show? I'll share it with you. One of my favorites, Supermarket Sweep, was.
Yeah.
It's still one of my top 3.
I watch reruns on
Yeah,
Buzzer there.
especially the older ones, like the
Yeah,
first. It
the
was.
one with the David Roofraff or whoever,
Mhm,
however you pronounce his name, and then Johnny Gilbert, the announcer.
mhm. It was so good, but my favorite game was Press Your Luck. Until I found out that there was a person that actually cheated and won a lot of money on that game, and but cheated because he knew the sequence. And they actually did a show about it. You probably could see it on YouTube.
I heard that there was a documentary
Yeah,
2 years ago, or however many years ago,
yeah.
that document and explained like everything. And when the episode re-aired on Buzzer, there it was 2 episodes. Because traditionally, back in that day, even though I wasn't born, but I've examined and learned about game shows growing up and all that. The old Press Your Luck from the 1980s, I believe, was just one type of episode, but the champion, I believe, back then allowed to come back the very next day, kind of like how Jeopardy still allows that
Mhm.
day's
Yep.
champion to come back and compete against the newcomers and all that. But back then, I think the Press Luck was kind of like that, but then went to a one champion kind of format that
Yeah,
was
you can.
more than one episode.
Yep.
And the person that you're talking about that people are saying that he cheated went on for 2 episodes, and they say that they had to stop the taping one period, just to try to accumulate themselves in regards to what is happening, and they continue taping for the next episode from where they left off with the contestant that everyone says that had cheated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knew the sequence. He
Yeah.
knew like the timing for when it started, and he saw when the lights turn on a certain let's say a whammy, like it would turn on a certain the lights, and then he knew the sequence from there, the timing, and then he would press the button, and he would never get a whammy. He never got a whammy, and it was just crazy the amount of money he won too. It was really it was. I want to see that episode again. I'm gonna check it out later today and
Well,
rewatch
I'm
it.
gonna get up and
Yeah, go
watch.
ahead, Angel. Watch the supermarket sweep.
No, I'm watching The Price is Right.
Price is Right. Okay, Price is Right. Okay,
Yeah.
Price is another good one. I like that one. I love supermarket sweep.
Yep. It comes on at 11 p.m. here in Arizona weeknights.
Okay. See, I watch the reruns. So to me, it's like reruns is just like it's as good as watching
Yeah,
it
the
live.
original.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, I'll see you in a few there, and I'll come back on if you're still live, which I know you say you will, because you'll be on till 3 p.m. Connecticut time.
Mhm.
But I'll be
Oh,
back.
yeah, 3 more hours.
Thank you.
All right, Angel. Love you,
I
man.
love you, Rick.
Have a good day and enjoy the show. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very entertaining. Price is Right is pretty cool. That's one of my. I like that show too. Um, I liked Supermarket Sweep was one of my favorite shows. I used to really like that show. I really did like as a kid. Especially the original shows. Oh man, it was so really fun to watch. And Press Your Luck was another one. That's with the whammies. It's like it had a board with all different prizes, and the prizes would change, and the light would just be going around all different places. The lights, and then when you say or hit the button stop, they will stop at a prize. Usually, you'll win a vacation with cash or just cash, or you win certain prizes. The object of that game is okay before you get to that round, which is this kind of like a bonus round. You have to answer questions, and the more questions you got right, you get a spin. So depending on, sometimes you can even pass the question to somebody else that you don't know the answer to, and they if they don't answer it, they lose a spin. So it's kind of like it was kind of like you could gamble your spins, and then if they don't get it right, they lose the spins. Um, it was such a good show. Um, but then the cheating thing happened, and it got weird, and then it was just I don't know. After that, it got a little weird. They still have the game going on, but it's just once you see that episode, you'll see what I'm talking about, because the guy cheated and it was very slick too. Um, Another game that I used to watch, and not a lot of people watch it. Well, they do, but there's a lot of people don't really get into it. Is Jeopardy. But the old Jeopardy, not the new ones, not the. It was just more educational, and like my father used to put it on, and we used to watch that at night. Um, and I think that's why it was like, I don't know, opened up my mind a lot. Because I remember when I was little, I was about 3 years old. Um, I used to draw and paint flags from around the world, and I would see these flags, and then I would try to copy it on paper with the colors, the lines. I'll have a ruler, and I would do the designs and everything. And I have like all my papers were flags from different countries. As a little kid, that was so cool. I remember that. I remember a lot when I was little, a lot of craziness too. Um, but I remember before I was 5. That should be a name of a book. I remember before the age of 5. Um, Anybody wants to take that title, you can take it. No, because a lot of people don't really think before the age of 5. Like they don't, like now as adults, like to go back before 5 and try to remember things that you did, or try to like find those memories, because it's in your brain, it's there. It's just, it's like a big library, and there's just these memories that are dusted, like they're dusty, and we got to dust them off and remember our core memories from before 5. And it's nice to go back and kind of like astroplaning, but to the past and to that time, and you could relive it in your mind. It's like like a movie in your head, playing a show, an episode, and you see everything. You see all the stuff you've done as a kid, and that helps you as an adult. It helps your memory. So it's like you have those deep core memories that you always go back and reminisce to, and be like, wow, I can't believe I remember this. I can remember when I was 2 years old, 3 years old, 1 years old. There's people that remember when they were babies. I remember when I was a baby. I remember a lot of stuff when I was a baby, and it's really, it's nice to be able to go and fly back. That's how I kind of feels like flying backwards. Um, it's a good experience to go back to your core memory and relive, a day of your life before 5, and just sit there for a moment, just think about that, without interruptions, without any televisions on, without distractions. Just meditate, like just sit there and just reflect, and just close your eyes and look at the past, look at before you were 5, and pick out, a few things that you remember, that you could remember. I remember so much before I was 5. Like I remember a lightning striking across the street from where I lived, and I was sitting right at the door. And on my door we had metal bars, so the lightning struck literally right on the street. Like, and my apartment was less than 100 feet. It was about 100 feet to the street, and my mom thought I got hit by the lightning. That's how close and fast it happened, and how bright it got. I was thrown backwards, like from where I was sitting, because there was a step before you got into the apartment. There was a step, so I was sitting on the step, put in the inside of the apartment, and my feet were outside on that step. And the lightning hit so hard that it threw me inside the house. And my mom thought I got hit by the lightning. I had felt like electricity and stuff, but I didn't really feel like I got hit. So my mom checked me real quick. She's like, "You okay? Did he?" Like I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." They scared the shit out of me. Like I was literally scared. I freaked out. But I was like thrown backwards, and my mom was like screaming. And I saw the flash. I saw it was like this bright white, and it had like this reddish pinkish color on the outside. Like it was that strong of a like flash. and it was just rapid. And I flew backwards, and like I remember everything. I still remember the flash and like how it scared me. Like even right now, my heart is like going a little bit faster because that was close. Getting hit by lightning. Uh, and I almost got hit. And talking about that, well, someone we know from the show, friend, got hit by lightning himself and died a few years after, uh, or a couple, well, not a few years, so it probably was months or so. But for me, when that happened, I was thrown back. I was thrown back. My mom thought I got hit. She's there like screaming, and it happened so fast. But I was okay. Was really scared. Stayed away from that door. um, yeah, it was so real, and that happened. I was about at that time. I was about 4 years old at that time because it was close to me. Like before I started going to school, because school like it was okay. For me, school would have started the year, so I would say I was about 4 or 5 years old, possibly five, no later than five. Um, because I remember we moved, and I turned to first grade when we moved, so like that's how I know the certain time frames of age because I was 6 years old when I was in first. I was five, of course, in elementary, four, preschool, all that, like education. Actually, I didn't really go to preschool, to be honest with you. I don't even think I ever went to preschool. I remember going to a daycare type of thing and had like alphabets and stuff, but it wasn't really preschool. And I don't think my mom ever took me. I went from straight up, once I reached fifth grade, I went straight to kindergarten without going to preschool. So now, they put kids in preschool. They're 2 years old and they're in preschool. There's people that do that they have to work, but they have to, want to make the kid a little bit advanced, so they'll send them to preschool at like an early age. They get them early, 3, 4, they're already in preschool, and so that by the time they get to kindergarten, they already know their shit. Which is not a bad idea. But I don't think I ever went to preschool because I remember always being at home, and I learned from like my mother, I learned from my father, listening to them, and then like I did my artwork at home. I did my own little studies, I guess. But I don't even recall ever and I don't even think my sister even went to preschool either. So I don't think that was a big deal back in the 80s and like 70s, 80s, 60s. Well, even want to go way back there. But I think in the 80s, still, it wasn't a preschool wasn't really a big thing or anything. Not like how it is today. Like now they're trying to get kids in like super early and get them into preschool, at 3 years old, 4 years old, and then getting to elementary school. You know, they want to keep them in the school system at a very early age. So I kind of appreciate my mother holding off from sending me to preschool and had me go just through kindergarten and up, and my sister too. And yeah, I don't know if you ever went to preschool. You could write in a chat room if you remember, because there are older people here on the show that come through. If you rewatch it, leave a comment on the video. Did you ever go to preschool? That's a good question. You just answer yes, I went to preschool and I remember, certain things. Um, I remember elementary school, learning how to write, learning how to write my name, um, numbers. We had the dots, how the little dots with your name, and then you had to follow the lines and write your name out. It was all dots. Everything was dots. Like you want to do artwork and stuff, they will like connect the dots from one. That's how you learned your numbers. It was by following the dots with the numbers on it. So they tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you connect all the dots. And if you connect all the dots with the numbers, you get a picture. And the teacher knew that you did it right because of the way the picture looked. That's how they knew you knew your numbers and you knew how to write your numbers. Um, it was different. Like my elementary, I remember going inside, and there were three classes inside. It was a big little area where it had two in the back, one on each side. Kindergarten. This is all kindergarten, and then the one in the front. That's where I was. I was in the front, and it was closest to the bathroom too, because the bathroom was like right there. And you had a lot of kids that would shit on themselves. Um, I never shitted on myself. I don't think. Maybe once I did. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure if I did. Maybe I needed to go and it wasn't fast enough, and I pissed on myself or something like that. Maybe happened. Um, but um, yeah, you know, I wonder if you pissed on yourself in elementary. Let me know in the comments. Um, let's see. I remember at an early age. I remember kindergarten. Um, it was like we played a lot of duck duck goose. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it was a game where everyone's sitting down. Um, how they used to say Indian style, which I thought that was kind of um they say Indian style. It's like, wait a minute, that's a little racist. No, I'm playing. You're thinking about it now, it's like, yeah, it's kind of um because that's how they used to call it, Indian style, where you cross your legs and you sit down, and you sit down with your legs crossed. So they used to call that Indian style. So there would be a whole class. They would get the classes together, and they will separate the kids and into two groups, because there was three classes, so they will separate into two groups, and then we'll have like a big circle of kids sitting in Indian style playing duck duck goose, where one kid goes around touching everyone's head and saying duck, 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 duck. There was this one kid that just kept on doing duck. I'm like, this is never gonna work. And then the point is, when you say goose, the one that's on the ground has to get up and chase the kid until he sits down. Now, if he sits down, he's safe. Okay. Now, if he doesn't sit down and I tag him, he's out of the game, so he has to sit on the side. So that was the thing, the game, the goose. It was interesting, interesting game for sure. Um, I would love to. I don't know if they do that anymore, in elementary. I don't even know what they do now. I don't even know what they do with the kids these days, because as you can see, some of these kids, they're really problems. And I was like, I don't remember my generation being so problematic like this generation, this decade. It's like you see more craziness. Um, last decade was pretty crazy. This decade was very crazy. The 2000s, and then the from 2010 to 2019, and then you got your 2020s and up now. It's been, I don't know. I feel like the education and everything. It's just, I think these days it's just too much control. Like control the narrative, like censorship, like what YouTube does. The books, it's a lot of censorships on books. There's censorship on learning materials. They want to push an agenda on children at a very young age, especially with this LBGQ 123, elemental P, QRX, Y and Z, whatever group. That's just, I don't agree with what they do, especially with the kids, especially the drag shows. No, no, no. That needs to stop. That needs to stop now. It's ridiculous to have minors going to. I remember I went to a drag show and I was uncomfortable. I can imagine the kids. I was freaked out as a an adult. And the drag shows, and it's just scary as fuck. It was scary. They scared me, and I say it all the time. It's like no, 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 no. Oh no, no. It's not my cup of, not my thing. I'm gay, but I'm not into that. I'm not into no transsexuals. I'm not into no, and I don't support it, and I don't care for it. Um, but the drag queens and stuff, no. I don't care. They come after me. Oh, Queens United. I don't care. I'll tell you right now, no. You know what I mean? You don't need to force me to like something that I don't like. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. You go fly that kite somewhere else. Fuck that. And no kids should be in no fucking drag show. None. That thing is, it's for one, it's traumatizing. See, me as an adult, I was traumatized. Like I was like, no, 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 no. Not even for Halloween. No. And this is daily that they do this shit. And I'm like, not even, I wouldn't even accept it for even Halloween. I don't think so. They're just scary. And not only that, but they're trying to portray themselves that who they're not. And yet a lot of those queens or whatever, they all got like criminal records and shit. They all have some crazy shit going on. You know what I mean? Like they're into drugs, they're into weird shit, and I don't support that. No way. Fuck that. I don't care. I speak freely on that. Like no, save the kids. Do not expose them to no drag show reading time with no drag queen. No. Those drag queens, 90% of them are into heavy drugs, alcohol, constantly smoking cigarettes. Like they're only because of what they put on makeup and a dress and look ugly as hell and try to pretend that who they're not. It's supposed to make them feel like they're supposed to be like positive influence to the world. I don't think so. Homie, don't play that. I need a sock with like It's from In Living Color. Homie the Clown, Never Mess Around. And then he used to like sing, and then it was just, and then he would sing really, really fast. So I remember he used to have a sock, and it had like stuff, I think, inside it made it like into I guess he had more socks in there, but it was on the sock. And if he did something stupid or say something stupid, they hit you. He would hit you across the head with the sock. So, yeah. I don't know. They're not positive influencers. They're not. I don't even. I don't even feel it's even safe for kids to be around any drag queens. Like, no, no. If you're gonna do that, you might as well take them to the strip joint and teach them about sex. If you're gonna do that, because like if you're not gonna take them to a strip show, why the hell are you gonna take them to a drag show? I think the drag show is more dangerous than the strip show. I mean, the strip show, you're gonna learn body parts. You're gonna see the human anatomy. You're gonna see, females and males. So there's no discrimination. You're gonna see a nudity show. And how is that no different than a drag queen that's walking around with balls hanging out? Like, that's weird. For me, that's really weird. And as a gay individual and going against the grain, I would run against the grain. Like, hell no. They I remember one time a drag queen tried to come up to me, and I was like, "No, thank you." It's like, not. It scares me. I just don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like drag queens. It's just I just never did, never will to this day. It's just no, thank you. And I knew drag queens as, I knew them. I knew who they were. I knew when they dressed up and stuff. I was like it was just weird, and it was just weird. I used to tell them too. I was like, this is weird. I'm not. It's not cool with me. I don't have to agree. Oh, because it makes you into this. I don't know. It doesn't. Like, if I don't like something, I don't like it. Period. That doesn't put me in no other category. It's just, it is what it is. Fuck that. Really, fuck that. If you're a drag queen, more power to you. Just, I don't deal with it. Not my thing at all. Not my thing. Not my cup of tea. Just nothing. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. I don't like it. It's just weird. I can't go to any of those shows, or that's why I don't understand why forcing these kids to go on field trips to these shows. I'm like, why are you like grooming these kids? That's why I hate when there's a Democratic president. I really do. I hate it when there's a Democratic president. They try to push these agendas of, there's LBG, whatever, Q, elemental P, 123, XYZ group. And they really don't need that attention. Like, a lot of those people in that group are not the best of people. You know what I mean? And they're trying to give them like this boost, I guess, of trying to be equal with society. It goes, you never been out of the society. You're still in society. You're humans. There's no difference. Everyone's the same. We're all humans. It's just you guys are just acting very weird and strange and want to be women, or women want to be men. And I'm like, okay, that's your prerogative, but don't try to push it on others, because we don't want that shit. So, you know, we were created, but we were all not created equal. We don't have to follow the same agenda or the same bullshit. Like, we have our options and what we like and what we don't like. So that's what it is. Crazy. Ooh, it was scary. Especially in Florida. It was really like South Florida. Uh and the last time I checked, I'm still a man, and I will always be a man. Uh, if you have a cucumber and two cherries, you're a man. If you have a gash, you're a girl. Plain and simple. Now, if you want to manipulate it and change it, that's upon you, but that doesn't change who you are in reality. You don't get to decide that. It's already been decided when you were born. You know, you want to change it, okay, that's your prerogative, but you're still, at the end of the day, if you're a man, you're still a man. Your genetics, your genes, your binary code, it's all male. You could chop your dick off and you chop your balls off, and that doesn't make you a female. If and you want to, take hormone pills and do all this craziness, it doesn't change the fact that your genocode, your blood, everything is male. You can't change it. You're male. Your hormones, your uh, that's why a lot of people regret doing sex changes. They regret it because their hormones go crazy and they can't take out that edge off because they don't have nothing to play with or to manipulate. And then the females wanting to be males and creating some kind of thing down there. Um, it's no different. If you're female and wanting to be male and you're acting like a male or whatever, it doesn't make you man. It doesn't. You're always going to be a female no matter what. Your genetic code is female. You cannot change that. You cannot change your blood. You cannot change you know from within. It's your mind that's poisoned. So, if you want to think that you're a man and this and that, and you want, classify yourself as that, then so be it. But in reality, you're just not. And you will never be. And that's it. It's just not gonna happen. So, and they crease me out. It does. It always did. The only movie I like that's drag queen, I'll tell you right now. The only movie that I like that was a good drag queen movie was Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything by Julie Newmar. That's with Patrick Swayze. What was his name? I forgot the black one's name. What was his name? And then John Leguizamo was Chi Chi. If Wesley Snipes was it? Who was the? I don't want to check. If anybody's in here or if you guys are watching in the future, leave in the comments who was. Was it Wesley Snipes? He was really masculine. Like he'll always do like these masculine movies, and just like Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze was a great man. What happened to him is horrible, but he was a really good actor. One of my favorite movies, Dirty Dancing. I love to watch Dirty Dancing in the spring. That's the only time I like to watch Dirty Dancing because it's such a spring movie. And there's a couple of like seasonal movies that I like to watch throughout the seasons. Um, one other one. I don't have a fall one. Winter could be anything really. Like winter is like there's a lot of Christmas movies. So my favorite Christmas movie is The Night Before Christmas. It's actually the Christmas Story with Ralphie. You shoot your eye out. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I always watch it on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. I watch that movie, Christmas Story. Um, but for like the summertime, I like to watch One Crazy Summer, and it's with I know Demi Moore, not Demi Moore. What's her name? Not Demi Moore. Is it Demi Moore? Yeah, it is Demi Moore. Um, she was the singer in the movie, and you have another good actors in there. I don't remember their names, so I apologize because I'm just pulling this out. Um, I'm not good with remembering actors' names, because I don't really focus on trying to remember their names. I just know that if they're a good actor, they're a good actor. That's all. But it's a great. You can check it out. One Crazy Summer. It's a funny movie. It has a message behind it, and it's a love. It's kind of based on love, um, but it's funny. There's parts that's funny, and it's a good movie. So if you want to watch it, you're more than welcome. One Crazy Summer, and yeah. So these are like movies that you can pop in and watch when you feel like it's the season of movies. But Dirty Dancing for the spring has always been like I'll watch it around like starting like around April, May. I'll watch Dirty Dancing, and then I'll watch Ghost, and then I'll watch. There's certain movies that Patrick Swayze has that are really good. So it's like the Outsiders. I think it was. That was another one which is really good. Um, but he's a good actor. But the only drag show movie I would watch is Tu Wan Fu. Tu Wan Fu. Thanks for everything by Julie Jumar. Um, that movie is funny. It's funny. It has a good message in the movie, especially towards the end. Um, that movie is a pass for me. Like I won't pass. I'll actually watch it. It would be like that was the only drag movie that I'll watch ever. I think. Um, and that's about it. And there's comedians like shows that I watch. I'm a big Brandon Rogers fan on YouTube. If you guys don't know who Brandon Rogers is, look it up. Look it up on YouTube. He is super funny. I love his shows. I like his series. He has like series of shows that he does. He's a very creative person, good artist, like down to earth, funny. He's gay too, that I know. But he plays so many characters, and he plays them all like awesome. Actually, I know he put one up for Halloween. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna probably see that later today. Um, he's a funny dude. I recommend if you want a good laugh, which laughing is a good energy. Um, and you need laughter in your life. Like people need to understand they need to laugh because that's an energy that is inside of you that makes you feel better and makes your health better and makes like you feel like it's just like it's like a medicine, it's like a remedy. Just laughing cures a lot, especially anxiety and depression. Oh man, laughter is like if you don't want to take pills, just laugh. For real. Just laugh, and I try to laugh throughout my show too. I'll be here and I'll giggle and I'll smile and I'll laugh, and you gotta laugh. It's healthy to laugh. Um, but I would like to go. Um, I might go next month in December to the comedy club. I'm gonna watch the Hogs twins. That's what they're called, the Hogs twins. They are a right, pretty much a right group. Like they're kind of Republican twins here on YouTube. They have over 2 million subscribers, I believe. I'm subscribed to them because they get political and they get funny, and without crossing the line. I tend to cross the line. That's just how I do my thing. Is I cross lines. I don't believe in lines. I just keep walking. Um, but I want to go to their show, and they're gonna have a show up here in Connecticut, and I'm thinking about going to it. Um, and I think it'll be very interesting and fun to go. So I might do that. Brandon Rogers usually goes on tour. Also, he'll do like comedy tours, and I wanted to go to the one in Boston, but the problem during that time is that they had the restrictions from this virus, and it I didn't want to sit through a show wearing a mask throughout the whole show. It's just I can't really breathe with the masks. So I decided not to go, but I really wanted to go to a Brandon Rogers show. So if he does come back up here to the Northeast, I hope he does, because I definitely would like to go to the show and support him. And yeah, you guys gotta watch it. It's funny. He's funny, and it's a good funny. It's a good laugh. Uh, I watch other channels, but not so much. I watch a lot of current events, news, a little bit of court, like court TV type of, not court TV, but like Law and Order. Um, but the YouTube shows about the law and courts, and I see different things like that. Or if I want something to laugh, I'll watch Brandon Rogers or Angry Grandma. Angry Grandma is another show that I watch, and it's an older lady. She's very foul mouth. she she's always, it seems like she's always pissed off, but she curses. She could curse a storm. Um, and her grandson Jake is his name, and them together is like it's like it's a perfect combination for good 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 comedy, and it's just dumb acting, not even acting. They're just there with like one another, and just speaking, and it'll be a good show for people to watch. It's just a lot of cursing, and it's funny. There's things that he does to her, like pranks, and she she shits on herself at times as she goes to the store, and if she needs to use the bathroom, she needs to use it right away. If she doesn't, she will poop on herself, and it's just sometimes it's that dirty funny, but it's funny. She's funny. Like she's always pissed off, but it's funny for me. I find it funny. Because I've been following them for a long time, so they are entertaining. So I gotta give them that credit. But Brandon Rogers, I'm surprised he's not a bigger, um, like a bigger name or bigger because he has over close, I think, like 6 million subscribers. Let me see. I think he has 6 million. I could find out real quick. And I know he came out with a show, so I gotta watch that today. I want to be able to do this till 3 o'clock, but if I don't have people that come through, I might wrap it up early because I got things I gotta do today. I was trying to do it till 3, but probably won't even get to there because I need to have lunch and I need to rest for tonight. So I might wrap it up early. And then maybe tonight I could come back for a little like nightcap or something to make up. I could probably do that when I get home tonight. I could do a little nightcap. I'm trying to. I have them on my list here. Brandon, I see Angry Grandma. I wish they would put this alphabetical order. You know that? I really wish they would put this in alphabetical order, so that way, you can find the shows a lot easier because everything will be alphabetical order. Nope, they just throw channels all over the place, and then you have to be searching for channels. I mean, I could type it in, but why type it in if I have it already under my subscribers? And I'm not subscribed to a lot of channels, especially not my main channel. But I do watch different shows. Here's Brandon Rogers. And I want to see what happened to this group over here. I wonder what happened to them. It's been a long time since they uploaded a show, so I just wonder if they're okay. But Brandon Rogers has 6.2 million subscribers. And I know my subscribers are probably not subscribed. I mean, you got to watch this guy. He is funny. His series are like the normal British series. It's funny as hell. Blame the Hero is also a great series. Stuff and Sam is another web series that's super funny and really good. He plays all different types of characters. Like he plays a gay, straight guy character. He plays female characters really good. Like he's another one that gets a pass with me with the dressing up like a female because he really puts it in on a show, and it's really good and it's clean and it's not like crazy. Like it's a really funny, not really clean. Why I'm saying clean, the guy is crazy. He's not crazy, but it's funny. He is funny, and he could really pull off like the female character on his shows. So like he's really good. And yeah, Brandon Rogers, go check him out, like, subscribe. There's, I always gonna point out to shows that I think that will bring some fat laughter into your life. I watch a lot of serious people. I watch a lot of like Russell Brand. He's another one that I watch. He's a British actor, comedian. He has over 6 million subscribers. He's live right now. Is he live right now? Oh, no, he's starting his live stream soon. Okay. So, let me see. New UK leader. Who's richer than the king? Okay, so I guess he's doing a show out there. Stay Free with Russell Brand. Russell Brand is a channel. 6 million subscribers. He has a good attention, good following. For 6 million, shit. If I had 6 million and I had people on my chat, it would go crazy. It would literally go crazy. I would go crazy. 6 million. Oof, that's too much. That is way too much. But I wouldn't mind having 6 million. Shit. You know the checks that be coming through if I had 6 million subscribers? Yeah. It would be it'd be interesting. Let me see. Tropical storm may form soon. There might be a storm forming, like maybe heading towards Puerto Rico. I'm just seeing right now here. They're highlighting an area around Puerto Rico. And then there's also another area in the Bay of Campeche. That's the remnants of Lisa. No, why is my phone going crazy? So my phone's just going crazy. Let me just read this real quick. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Just a lot of notifications on different shows that started up. That's when my phone was doing that. Let's see. Angel's Army started following me on Rumble. Oh, thank you. That's a message that I got here on my phone too. Yeah, everyone that gets subscribes to my channel on Rumble, I get a notification. I get an email and a notification. I need to start watching The Peripheral. That's a new series that started on Prime Video. It's supposed to be a really good series, so I gotta check it out myself. The new episode just was posted. I got a message here that a new episode of The Peripheral is up. So that's the 4th episode. I think every week is a new episode. They sent me a thing to enter a contest through my phone provider because they're celebrating something, I guess. And if you win, you get a free phone service for We're celebrating 20 years of any. Okay, wait, 6 months of free wireless service on our best plan. I already have their best plan. But they're giving away 6 months free of cell phone service. Oh, that's not bad. That's what, $60 a month for 6 months? That's not bad at all. That's a good little deal. I mean, they keep sending me messages of like sweet potato cheesecake. That sounds delicious. It sounds delicious. Don't send me food like A Christmas Story. They have I guess it's a new Christmas Story movie. Oh man, I was just talking about A Christmas Story, how good it was. Let's see, maybe the officers on investigation. There's always something going on every day, man. You would think people would just like chill out, but nope. Every day, always something. Always something. Score a free taco today. Sign up Taco Bell rewards. And now they want you to sign up for Taco Bell rewards in order to get a free taco. Enjoy America as they run up the score on free tacos only on the Taco Bell app. Before it wasn't even no Taco Bell app. You just go and they'll give you a taco for free. Now they want you to join their app so they can follow you and bombard you with shit. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, I already have enough apps. It's just I don't have that much. I have a certain amount of memory for my apps, and I don't need to bombard myself with restaurant apps like McDonald's and Taco Bell and everywhere. Burger King, they all have apps now that you can order your food from. It's like, no. No, I don't want to have apps to order food. If I'm going to order food, I'll just order through Uber, But now it's like they reward you. If you buy a certain amount of stuff, then they'll give you something free. It's like that's not how you help people with their eating habits, by giving them free stuff, like free food. I'm just saying. But it seems like hurricane season is running. It's going to be a late season spin up. They're looking at a storm that's possibly going to develop. The next name will be Nicole. And when in Texas. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was wondering what that was. Yeah, I was wondering what the hell is this? I mean, okay, what I have is an update on my cable box. So if it isn't broke, don't fix it. If in doubt, to install, don't. Okay. I mean, I don't need to update it if I don't need to. That's what pretty much it's telling me. I mean, but I have a newer model, so I don't think I need the update right now. So, but they'll send me they'll send an email um, next week for if I'm gonna have an update on my box. But yeah, let me see. Check here. It's nothing there. There's nothing here. Oh, it's already 1:00. So I guess I'm gonna sign off here and come back. I'll come back later this evening. I don't think I'm gonna get back early though. Well, it might be a little early, not too late. Probably be I don't know what time to be honest with you. And I might be tired, so I might not be able to do it. But I could probably do a show on Saturday. I could do like a little Rumble. Well, Rumble doesn't have anything. See, I want to do a Rumble exclusive, but it's not gonna work if don't have anybody there. Hey, Albie, I see you on Rumble. I just clicked on Rumble. I just saw that you wrote my name. I'm about to sign off here. I'm gonna have some lunch, and if I don't come back this evening, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably come on this evening. Um, I don't know. Let me see what I do. Maybe I could do a little show from my location where I'm at. I don't know. I don't. Probably not because they're gonna have music there and we're gonna have food. It's our friend's birthday tomorrow, so we're gonna celebrate with her a day earlier, so she could celebrate with her family tomorrow. But we're gonna go today. We're gonna be the pre-birthday party. So I don't know if we'll go to the store and get her. I want to get her a candle, a nice candle. Um, I gave her a candle, and her daughter. I bought one for her daughter and one for her, and her daughter loved the candle. She was like, "Oh, this is for me. Oh, thank you." She was so appreciative of it, and she loves candles. So I already know, anytime there's a special occasion for them, I give them candles. And candles are beautiful. They burn beautiful. They they last. They're awesome. Candles are amazing. And yeah, I just gotta find the candle. I went yesterday. I went looking and didn't really see anything good to get. I was like, maybe we could go somewhere else and find the candle. That's what I'll probably end up doing today, getting a nice, beautiful candle. Maybe I'll go to Yankee Candle, because I like to give her like Yankee candles. So maybe I go to Yankee Candle today, before going to her house, and just because I have coupons for the sales for candles, and I think this year I'm giving away candles for the holidays to people I know here. The people I know here. So I got a few people that I know here, and that I gonna give them candles. Candles, they smell good. They make your home smell good, especially Yankee candles, and they last a long time. That's for sure. They last a really long time, and definitely, definitely gonna get her a candle. And I want to see what else because we're gonna cook today. So what's on the menu Definitely pork chops. We're going with the pork chops today. Got a whole pack of it I got yesterday for today. Trying to see what else I don't know what else, but I know she's gonna end up doing something over there, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good dinner. Don't know what time I'm coming back, so I don't know if I'm gonna do a show this evening. If I come back a little early, which I doubt, maybe I'll come on for like an hour or so. But I'm gonna rest now because it's 1 o'clock. I can rest for a little bit because we're gonna be leaving like around 4 o'clock to go to our friend's house. So, man, I want to stop by Yankee Candle. The only one that I know is in the mall, and not the mall here by my house, but a mall over at Westfield Mall. So I know they have a Yankee Candle there, and then I have my coupons there. So definitely gonna have to see if I can find something, and maybe I just buy the candles now for the holidays, for Christmas. I could use a Christmas candle for here. They have a series of Christmas candles. They came out. It's like three flavors or three fragrance that they came out, and I have coupons of you buy three, you get three free. And I think that's a great deal. And they have another coupon for 40% off anything in the store. So I was like, what? That's good too. 40% off anything in the store. And then they have another coupon, buy two, get two free. So I think those are the three coupons that I got is the buy three, get three, buy two, get two, and 40% off anything in the store. I was like, and I am subscribed to Yankee Candle. Well, over at the store, I am I have a membership of their thing, their mailing. I guess what they have, and they send me through my email deals and coupons. And I like Yankee Candle a lot. I do. I love candles. As you can see, my desk. I have a lot of candles on my desk. Plenty of candles on my desk. But I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna have some lunch. Take a break. Take a nap. And I can catch you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I will start the show tomorrow. But I will come on early. Like not early, but like the same time I started today, like 11, and come on for a little bit and figure something out. So with that said, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. For those who are rewatching, thank you for rewatching. Today's show was kind of like it was good because Angel came through and we spoke and stuff, but I need to have lunch and I need to take a rest, a little nap for tonight's for what I'm going to be doing tonight. So with that said, thank you again. Thank you those who are Rumble over at Rumble My Mind Over Your Matter. I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't have Rumble for the individuals in YouTube, I highly suggest going to rumble.com, sign up for their free portion of Rumble. And once you sign up and you have your account, then come look for me. My Mind Over Your Matter. You can search on the search button. You can put My Mind Over Your Matter, and it will take you to my channel. And then from there, you just subscribe to the channel, and that way if I'm not on YouTube, sometimes I do have. I'm going to be having exclusive shows just for Rumble. I suggest going to Rumble and joining, and it's going to be more gloves off. It's going to be a lot of free speech, more of a freedom of speech. Just express more. I'll still be doing psychic shows on YouTube and Rumble, but Rumble's going to have more exclusive free speech content, and even psychic shows that are more of a free speech psychic show. So it'll be more aggressive, I feel, but in a good way. Like more be able to speak your mind, especially with what's going on with politics and the medical also, and everyday life and current events and whatever news you want to spread or talk about. It'll be on Rumble. So with that said, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And if I don't see you tonight, I will definitely see you tomorrow. With that said, I'll catch everyone on the flip side. Good day.